You need to stop saying the word convict because it's racist as f***. You see, the word convict and all its derivatives may not carry racist or offensive implications when you use them, but for a considerable amount of Australians, these words are strictly associated with humiliation and shame. Possession and use of these words within your lexicon may never infer racist or offensive tones, but for many Australians, these feelings are far too persistent and real. You're probably sitting there scratching your chin, wondering what I could possibly mean. Well, let's take a history lesson, shall we? In January 1788, the first fleet landed in New South Wales, which was captained by Sir Arthur Phillipps. This first fleet consisted of 11 vessels, and of those 11 vessels, there were over 1,000 new settlers. Over 700 of those people were convicts. And between the years of 1788 and 1792, there were over 4,000 convicts sent to Australia. These convicts faced terrible conditions at sea, with a considerable amount of them dying or becoming ill and weakened, to then be met with hard labour. And this continued for many, many years. You see, for me, like many Australians, these feelings have a personal story attached to them, beginning with my great-great-great-great-grandparents, George Carnes and Catherine Ryan. George was sent to Australia as a convict for stealing 20 yards of ribbon, and Catherine was sent for stealing a petticoat. Each of them was sent against their will to serve 7 years. Upon serving their sentences, they then met and started a family. So you see, use of the words like convict, prison, prisoner, penitentiary, they may never infer insult. But for many Australians, you bring up these feelings. So how about we try using some alternatives? Instead of saying the word convict or prisoner, try non-law abiding citizen. Or instead of saying penitentiary or prison, perhaps try using non-law abiding citizen temporary storage facility. And soon we'll be further along the path to a perfectly politically correct society in our actions and in our speech. Because it doesn't take much to be caring, but it does take a thought, and that's all we ask.